being last in the league in catch and shoot field goal percentage. I mean, got a good amount of looks that way, but really struggled shooting only 34% in those situations. I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
Tanking is something that all teams that are out of it tend to do. I hate that word, Clark, but it seems to be the one used by a lot. Nuggets didn't really try to hide it last season either.
Well, you know, it certainly looked that way. Right around March, they just started sitting key players for no real reason. They framed it as rest, but it didn't quite look that way.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets.
And guys, for the Nuggets, it seemed to come out of the blue for their players. They all felt fresh, but the press release would say they needed rest. So obviously a bit of miscommunication there.
And some changes here for the Heat. Chris Bosh is checked in for Whiteside. Winslow comes in for Luol Deng. And it's Chalmers in for Goran Dragic. Denver leading by 11.
And, you know, back to the Nuggets and giving up a bit near the end of the season. Miscommunications like that can really bother a player. Still, it's a viable strategy. I don't know if it's viable, but it's a strategy that could pay dividends if executed the right way.
And it's Kenneth Faried with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
He just has lost the feel in terms of scoring here in the second quarter.
Look at that.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in. Aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes. And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
Now, Moutier, 9 points in the game so far.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Wade kicks to Chalmers. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. Wade's got his fourth assist in this one.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
We've got 28 seconds left in the first half. Now, here's Moutier, defended by Chalmers. Clock at 6. Here's Moutier. And another miss by Denver.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
A nice shot by Winslow.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
Chandler inside the line. And so that brings the first half to a close. Nuggets ahead. They're up by 9. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
Give it up for your Heat.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway. Nice game. Great performance by Emmanuel Moutier.
And the thing I noticed most in that first half was his offense. He was not wasteful with his opportunities and also did a great job of converting with the chances he had.
I agree with you, Greg. Judicious shot selection. All of his looks were good looks.
And now the third quarter about to get going. Nice game. Great performance by Emmanuel Moutier.
I tell you what, it's a pleasure to watch him when he's at the helm, because in that first half, offensively, he was in a zone.
It sure is a treat to watch him, guys. I mean, everything's been running through him, and he's doing a fantastic job keeping the offense clicking on all cylinders.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Denver, Chandler and Fareed are at the forward spots. Foyle is out there with Moutier, and it's Hickson in at the 5, roaming the paint. The Heat trailed by 11. Deng can't get it to go.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim. And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing, and right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
It's tipped. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession.
Miami ball.
And a look here at the Heat, how they ranked in the NBA last season. 11th in field goal percentage, 13th in steals, and they were only in the league's top 20 in points off turnovers, so not really a strong suit for them. Didn't turn turnovers into points as well as they might have.
Green, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade.
Give it up for your
And the Heat call time here.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Nurkic is checked in. So it's Miami now. It's a 13-point game. Outside, Dragic. Dishes to Green. The kick out to Deng. 5 on the clock. Chandler with the steal.
media jump ball.
And Miami has possession. The Nuggets leading by 13. And he lobs it up. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Chandler.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
So for the Nuggets, their last game, a win against the Bulls. Well, you look back at the 2015 Heat, and the injuries are what probably brought that team down. We can go from Chris Bosh with the debilitating blood clot on his lung and on and on and on. The loss, of course, which was not an injury, of LeBron James. There are a lot of moving parts with that team.
And that's a great point, Kevin. If you take any star off a team, things are going to get difficult. It was impressive that the Heat still managed to stay competitive once Bosh went out.
Here's Dragic. And it's blocked. But they get it back. And oh, here we go. Foy's got it. The fast break chance. They grab their own miss. It's stolen by Deng. And it's the Heat on the break. Here's Dragic from outside.
Their rebounding has been off the charts today, guys. Reason number one, this game is out of hand.
Exactly, Clark. Their lead is not surprising given their advantage on the backboard.
You know, Bosh was the big injury hit for the Heat, but they had a lot of other injuries as well. I mean, had to use 31 different starting lineups last season, and 20 different players started at least one game.
Amari Stoudemire. He's checked in for the Heat. Chalmers comes in for Goran Dragic. And here's Bosh for three. Good, and it's Chalmers with the assist that time. Bosh has got it back down to within single digits for Miami.
And injuries are something that you can't plan for, but you can prepare for them. And hopefully the Heat can avoid injury woes this season. If they can, they at least have players who have been through that struggle last year.
Denver calls timeout. A lot's been made of the Heat fans in the past for walking out during the finals game where they looked to be out of it, but credit, the Miami Heat fans, Greg, with last year sticking with this team.
Yeah, and in all fairness, I would have walked out as well because I thought it was over. But with LeBron out of town, a lot of Heat fans could have jumped off the bandwagon. But you know what? They stayed with it. So although the weather is fair, the fans are not.
Oh, well said.
Thank you.
Green dishes to Chalmers. And the foul will be against Emmanuel Mudiay. That'll be his second foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Chalmers with it. Now Chandler defending. There's the pass to Chalmers. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Bosch. The Heat have shot 2 of 5 from the free throw line.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
Yeah, as a group, really a dismal year for them from the line last season, guys.
And the second free throw, good. 1:22 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Mudiay, and the foul on Amari Stoudemire. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
1:14 left in the third quarter. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. The Heat making a switch here. Wade's checked in.
Dwayne Wade.
.110 left to play in the third. The Heat trail by 9. And Chalmers kicks to Winslow. Pass to Bosch. And it's Denver with the rebound. Fareed's got 7 rebounds in the game.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Greg, and that's been the key to this lead. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
And Chalmers kicks to Bosch. To the middle. Stoudemire. Nurkic with the block. On the wing, Chandler. Wade is covering. Chandler's shot, good.
Ooh, tough layup with the guy right on him. He can be a hard player to handle at times.
Winslow's shot is off. The Miami Heat comes into this one following a loss to Orlando. The dish to Foy. Out to the right wing. Here's Mudiay. They get it again. Just 3 on the clock.